Hello, I'm Lucinda Joseph. Earlier this month, it was reported that a tiger was rescued from a trap set by poachers in Perak. In the studios here with me to talk about the rescue mission are people from WWF, Sara and Ahmad. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
So tell us about this rescue mission. How did it happen?
Okay, before I tell you about the rescue, let me first introduce you to the team who did the work.
Okay.
Late last year, WWF formed the Wildlife Protection Unit, or we simply call them WPU. We have them to conduct regular patrols along the Greek Jelly Highway to deter poachers and people from encroaching into the forest, into the Royal Bloom Forest or into the Temenggong Forest Reserve. So, when they were doing their routine patrols, a day before the rescue, they saw a motorbike being parked by the highway. So they went to check, and then the guys on the motorbike just fled off. They rushed off. So then it made the WPU team being curious, so they went in to check what's happening. So when they went further into the forest, a few hundred meters from the highway, they started to hear an animal roaring. Then they sent someone further, then they saw it was a tiger. And when that happened, then they started to call the wildlife officers, the Pilitan officers from Greek and also from Ipoh to come and have a look of what's happening. So when that happened, it was already around 6 p.m. when Pilitan was there, when our team was there. So when they have the drugs and all the tools and equipment are there to rescue the tiger, it was already a bit late. It was starting to get dark. It was already dark. It was already night. So they decided that to carry out the operation only on the next day, the next morning, which was on Sunday. So it was a joint effort between WPU of WWF and also the Department of Wildlife National Park to rescue the tiger.
And you said it was a Malaysian tiger.
Yeah, it's a Malayan tiger. We have the Malayan tiger. In Sumatra, we have the Sumatran tigers. For the Indo-Chinese countries, we have the Indo-Chinese tiger.
And how many tigers are left in Malaysia?
The official number for Malaysia is around 500 tigers. We have more in the past, but then we've lost a lot, and now there's estimated only 500 left.
This is in Peninsula and
only in Peninsula Malaysia. We don't have tigers in Borneo.
Okay. So, after the rescue mission, you think what did they want from the tiger? Poachers
in the nearby area, from the local village. These are just local people. They poached the animal so that they could sell it to the middleman. Then the middleman would sell it to the illegal market. It'll be for the illegal wildlife trade, and then where the tiger would reach much higher price, and then it would be they would sell it for the meat, the bones, everything, all of the body parts of the tiger.
Because traditionally people believe that all parts of the tiger are valuable. So even from the whiskers to the eyes to the tails to the meat, there's different uses for different parts of the body. So that's why the tiger is like very prized in the black market.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this has been happening for some time.
For the longest time. And it's a belief from the elder generations down to the younger generations.
We've been using the term of TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, because that's usually where the tigers are being used for, among the Chinese community. But then some of these tigers are also being sold in other countries, in Vietnam, in Taiwan. But then there are also reports that some of these tigers are being consumed or being used locally.
Who are the main culprits? I mean, you say local, you mean kampung people, or you mean like who?
It involves people, different level of people, from the kampung people who usually go and poach the animal, to a person, I would say a tauke in the nearby town, and then to another guy who lives in a bigger town, because they have the trade chain, and everybody is involved at a different level, and then finally they might export it to Thailand or straight to China.
What are the methods used to trap these animals?
Usually in where we are working, which is in the Belum Temenggong Forest, poachers would use snares, cable snares, as what happened to the tiger that was rescued. They use cable snares to catch the tiger. So once the tiger is being caught in the snare, poacher would just wait for it to die, or just come to check and just shoot it there and then. Another option is just they go on foot or on a vehicle and wait for animals, or they can just sometimes just use gun lah. They just use the shotgun or anything. It could be from their vehicle or just on foot. They could go poaching for animals.
And how would you? I mean, you get all this information. How do you detect them? Do you have cameras in the forest?
First, WPU is our main source of information.
Okay.
That they go around and look for information. People people who are poaching, people who encroach into the forest, and then we'll share this information with the authorities. Number two, WWF does have camera traps, which are meant for animals to know which animal are present in the forest. But then once in a while we'll get poachers passing by in front of our cameras. Some are local, some are not, some are foreigners.
Okay. And in the big picture, how can the public help in this respect?
Well,
Sara,
there are various ways that the public can help with tiger conservation. First thing they need to do is to learn more about tigers. They need to know that we have tigers in Malaysia, and the numbers are dwindling. We used to have 3,000 tigers in the 1950s, but now we have 500 only in Peninsular Malaysia. So they need to know that critical information, for one. So secondly, if they come across any information regarding tiger trade, or anyone going to the forest setting snares, or any restaurant selling all this illegal exotic meat, they can call our wildlife crime hotline that is being managed by the Malaysian Conservation Alliance for Tigers, which is MyCat for short. MyCat is made up of 4 organizations working to save the tiger in Malaysia, with support from the Wildlife Department.
Okay, and the number to call will be?
The number is 019-356-4194.
Okay, on that note, we'll be right back.